Question number 176. What is correct about hormones in a normal healthy pregnant woman? And the first statement is XII stimulates fetal ejection reflex during parturition. And as it is an incorrect statement, so this cannot be a correct answer to our question, because XII mimics the role of luteinizing hormone and is responsible for the maintenance of corpus luteum in ovary during pregnancy. It is oxytocin which is released after fetal ejection reflex. The next option is high level of progesterone facilitate implantation of embryo. And as it is a correct statement, so this is a correct answer to our question, because progesterone, which is also called as pregnancy hormone, facilitates implantation of embryo. The next statement is high level of prolactin stimulates implantation of zygote. And as it is an incorrect statement, so this cannot be a correct answer to our question, because it is high level of progesterone that will stimulate the implantation of embryo and not zygote. Zygote will form morula and then blastocyst, and then there is implantation of embryo. The last statement is high level of HCG is responsible for persistence of Graafian follicle within ovary. And as it is an incorrect statement, this cannot be a correct answer to our question, because HCG maintains what? It maintains corpus luteum. So the correct answer to this question is option number 2. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 177. During cleavage in fertilized egg, which centriole of sperm is responsible for formation of estral rays? In human sperm, there are only two types of centrioles, proximal centriole and distal centriole. That is option number 1 and option number 2. Whereas ring centriole is absent in human sperm, so this cannot be a correct answer. And fourth option, nevocon, is an incorrect option, because nevocon is a spiral arrangement of mitochondria in sperm. Now, among the rest of the options, that is proximal and distal centriole, the correct answer to this question is option number 1. It is this proximal centriole which is responsible for the formation of estral rays in fertilized egg, because distal centriole participates in formation of axial filament. Whereas proximal centriole of sperm enters ova to form estral rays. So the correct answer to this question is option number 1. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 178. A wider region called ampulla is not a part of which of the following structures? And the options are mammary gland, fallopian tube, vas deferens and testis. And the correct answer to this question is option number 4, testes, which lack ampulla. Let's discuss other options also. The very first option is mammary gland, and this is an incorrect option, because mammary ampulla is present in mammary gland, which is a wider part and is connected to lactiferous duct. The next option is fallopian tube, and this is an incorrect option, because infundibulum in fallopian tube leads to a wider swollen region known as ampulla. The next option is vas deferens, and this is an incorrect option, because vas deferens dilates to form ampulla, which receives duct from seminal vesicle to form ejaculatory duct. So the correct answer to this question is option number 4, testes, which lack ampulla. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 179. Meiosis 1 in female gametogenesis is completed in, and options are primary oocyte in Graafian follicle, secondary oocyte in Graafian follicle, primary oocyte in tertiary follicle, and secondary oocyte in secondary follicle. And the correct answer to this question is option number 3, that is primary oocyte in tertiary follicle. Meiosis 1 in female gametogenesis is completed in primary oocyte in tertiary follicle to form first polar body. And comparatively a larger cell known as secondary oocyte. So option number 4, secondary oocyte in secondary follicle, is incorrect, because secondary oocyte is formed after completion of meiosis 1. And second option is also incorrect, secondary oocyte, and first option is also incorrect. So the correct answer is option number 3. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 180. A cellular layer made up of glycoproteins within Graafian follicle around ovum prevents ectopic pregnancy is, and options are corona radiata, granulosa, zona pellucida and theca externa. And the correct answer to this question is zona pellucida, that is option number 3. Zona pellucida is an acellular layer which is made up of glycoproteins within Graafian follicle around ovum to prevent ectopic pregnancy. Let's discuss other options also. The very first option, corona radiata, and second option, granulosa, are the incorrect options, because these are cellular layers. Whereas option number 4, theca externa, is an incorrect option, because theca externa is made up of fibrous connective tissue. So the correct answer to this question is option number 3. So with this question, I would like to end up the discussion of this AIATS paper. I hope all your doubts and queries have been solved regarding this paper. Thank you very much for watching and all the best.